Okay, my name is Marion Dodson. I have lived in Solana Beach for a number of years, I believe 33 years, I believe, and raised my family here. And therefore they went to school here. And I became very involved with the community here as well. My first involvement was probably through the school, and I ran for the school board. I thought the schools were well run, but they were missing something. And I had some experience in teaching in Orange County, California, and worked in an environment there that I thought was much better planned for and set than the one I found here. So I decided the best way to make any changes was to run for the school board. And I did that. And I found when I was running for the board that it was interesting because the board was made up of mostly very old-timers to the school and had lived here for a long time. And they were not interested in any change. Well, change was my middle name then. And I met with a lot of resistance, but I made sure that we had good libraries in each of our classrooms and the county library. And also we had learning centers in the school and better facilities for teachers in a media room. And those kinds of things that were not existing here. I worked a lot with the PTA and got things, in addition to the carnival, we always had lots of things we could request from the PTA that provided them. So I was very pleased that things were starting to change, and I encouraged one of my friends, Pam Dalton, to think about running for the school board. She was also a teacher. And she said she would, and then there were two of us. Well, it started to really make a difference, and there was a big shift on the school board for that reason, and things started to really change. We also hired a new superintendent, and he was very innovative from Orange County and provided many, many new things for our school district. I don't even remember how many years I served on the school board at this point, but I was there for quite a while. And matter of fact, I was there until I started thinking about cityhood. And I then became interested in thinking more about us becoming a city. I had done quite a bit of campaigning. My children certainly remember my campaigning years. We used to pass out flyers all over town. Luckily, this is a small enough town that you can cover it with walking every street if you had to. And I think we did. Those were good times. We all had fun doing that. And when I became interested in cityhood, my background that I had in prior campaigning came in handy. And we developed a good team of people to run for the city council and got the support of a lot of people. It had been tried before, I think several times, and it was not successful. So I was very pleased that initially I had a good background in knowing about the city from my prior campaigns and could be helpful in working through the campaign. And lo and behold, we finally incorporated, and we officially became a city. And that was a very interesting time. Starting a new city was something obviously none of us had ever done before. So we had to look for some people to help us, and we did have some good guides to help us, fortunately. Okay, 1986, the city incorporated. Very shortly thereafter, about 3 months after, actually, the city of Encinitas also incorporated, so it was kind of a chain reaction. And none of us was really ready for becoming a city, but we learned very quickly. We had lots to do, and it was really exciting because I had never thought about anything like that. You never think about what it takes for a city to be a city, and all the things from the sewering to the electrical power to the ocean to the beaches. Everything needs attention, and you need to have lots of ways to get that attention back in focus for the council. So, and also I served, in addition to serving on the city council, I was a rep to Sandag, and I was there for a number of years. And Sandag is a county-wide organization, and is governed by members of each of the cities, sending representatives to be their voice on that particular body. I did a lot of work with them in looking at the airport and studies, looking at the ocean, the problems with the ocean, transportation, the freeways, highways, bikeways, all of that comes in focus in Sandag. And of course, a lot of money that you need to do all those kinds of things. I served on Sandag for, I believe, 8 or 9 years as a city's rep, and learned a great deal about the other parts of this county, aside from little old Solana Beach, and how we fit into that magic mix. Made sure that our freeways came in fact, the interchange here in Solana Beach was important to make sure that we got that done right. And we made sure that we had enough ways to get on and off the freeway without disturbing, without having people have direct access to getting on and off, and a good, safe way to do it. It has been very helpful. Before, in order to get on the freeway, you had to cross lanes of traffic, and that was very inconvenient. They also made sure that they didn't take any private property. I was very concerned in owning a home in Santa Fe Hills that the freeway may intrude into, when it widened, to have some taking of private property. I was assured by Caltrans and Sandag that they would not do that, but that the plans came out a little different. And so I went back and talked to the people, particularly at Caltrans, and showed them why they can't take any private property away from that development and put the freeway even closer to homes than necessary, when there is plenty of room on the other side of the freeway that really could handle it much better. They finally did listen, and they adjusted their plans enough so that there was no private taking of property in Solana Beach on that particular side, and the other side they didn't either. It worked out fine. It's a good compromise.